Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new, please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you can get notified whenever a new video is released on this channel. If you want to check out more hood tours, look through my page. I have over 300 plus tours covering all different neighborhoods in Philadelphia, PA. All right, everyone. We are currently in Southwest Philadelphia. We're going to be covering the Kingsessing neighborhood. Kingsessing is roughly bounded by 53rd Street to the northeast, Baltimore Avenue to the northwest, Cobbs Creek and 60th Street to the southwest, and Woodland Avenue to the southeast. We're currently on 50th and Greenway Avenue. We're in a residential neighborhood. I'm going to be making this right-hand turn so we can hit Woodland Avenue. On my right-hand side, we got the receiving department of Woodland Facility for SEPTA. By the red light. Both lights seem to be red, so I think there is a problem with the lights here. Yeah, both are red, and we've been here for a while. So, I don't think that's right. On my right-hand side, we have some two-story homes. Some have closed porches, some have open porches. We have some trolley tracks in the street because the trolley still runs in this neighborhood. Now make note that the trolley tracks on Woodland Avenue, the streets are horrible. We're at Woodland Avenue and 50th Street. We have Mount Zion Baptist Church to my left, and we have Woodland Avenue Health Center to my left-hand side also. It was originally to my right, but we turned. When I say the streets are horrible, I mean they're very bumpy. That's what I'm referring to. The tracks make it really bad to drive on. We have Divinity Street to my right-hand side. We have two vehicles that were booted on my left-hand side. Some Maryland tags on my left. We got the 11 bus and the 52 bus on my right. We're gonna make a right on the 1400 block of 51st Street. We have a house on my left-hand side that's getting some work done to it. As you can see, they have the Tyvek home wrap being put on the front of the property. These are two-story homes. Some have open porches, some have closed porches. The previous block had porches, but they had little lawns, like little, I would say 3 feet by 12 feet wide lawns. This block doesn't have any lawns, but they do have porches. We're approaching the intersection of 51st and Greenway Avenue. We have R&R Mini Market on my left-hand side. We're now on the 1300 block of 51st Street. We have the BB Comegys Public School on my right-hand side. We're passing the 5000 block of Upland Street. We're now approaching Kingsessing Avenue. We're at the intersection of 51st and Kingsessing Avenue. As always, feel free to share your knowledge, share your thoughts in the comment section. That's why I leave the comments open in case you guys want to engage with other commenters. Share any facts, any stories, any memories that you guys feel the readers should know. We have 3-story homes on my left that seem to have a 4th floor attic. I don't know if we could consider those 4 stories. They almost look like 4 stories. That's probably a whole room up top. We're passing the 5100 block of West Regent Street. I'm just gonna zigzag through the neighborhood. I don't have any set point of destination. We're at 51st and Chester Avenue. I'm gonna make this left on Chester Avenue. We have the 13 trolley on my right-hand side. It's actually behind us now. We have with our I'm gonna call them 4-story homes because they're actually a lot bigger than an attic. So we have 3 full stories, and then the 4th story looks like an attic. It has like a single window, some shingles on the rooftop and whatnot. We have Wei Hua Chinese restaurant on my left. We're at 52nd and Chester. We have Kona Mini Market on my right. We turned from it, so. There's a new development on my left-hand side. I kind of passed it a little quickly. We're only traveling 7 miles per hour, guys. We have Victory Outreach Ministries on my right. I'm gonna make a left-hand turn on this block right here. We're gonna have traffic behind us, so I'm gonna briefly make a reverse, and then I'm gonna make a left right here on the 5100 block of Regent Street. Those 2 houses on my right, they seem to be abandoned. But I want to show you guys this block right here, because this block right here has some very interesting architecture. As far as, look at the first, the second, and the third floor have porches and balconies. The details on these houses are incredible. Really nice detail. It says the Regent Terrace office. So I'm assuming these are probably apartments. You guys are more than welcome to chime in. Feel free to chime in. It says private property, no trespassing or soliciting or loitering. We have a police officer unit right here parked up on the sidewalk. Seems to be several workers going about their workday. Right in front of us, we have the Free Library of Philadelphia, the Kingsessing branch. All right, I'm gonna make this, we already went left. I'm gonna continue to make this left so we can travel down 51st, because I like the zigzag pattern. I try to do my best to follow, like if it's a grid neighborhood where you can just go, you know, left, right, left, right, left, right. That's the pattern that I like to follow. I like to just zigzag. I'm gonna make this left again on Chester Ave. We have the trolley next to us once again. The 13 SEPTA trolley. We're passing 1100 block of Paxton Street. We got Christian Community Church on my right, a child care center on my right, Chester Furniture on my right. We have that Ascona supermarket on my right, the one that I passed earlier. That building on my right hand side on the corner, you see is boarded up. Those are pretty large buildings compared to the 2-story homes. They're really big for a row home slot. They have a porch, and they also have a little, I guess you could say a lawn, but it looks like some of the lawns appear to be cemented and gated off. I guess, you know, extra sitting space. We have what looks to be a mother and her daughter having a good time, you know, spending time. That's cool. That's a good memory. Mom and daughter jogging across the street. It's a good relationship. All right, so we're passing the 5100 block of Regent Street again. We're approaching Kingsessing Avenue. We're traveling down 52nd Street. We have Walter E. Bartram Real Estate Insurance on my right and 52nd Street Brothers Supermarket on my left. Seductive Styles Hair Salon on my left. Cry 8 Vibes on my right. We just passed Renard Street, and now we're passing the 5200 block of Upland. On my left hand side, we got Lucky Laundromat drop-off services. On my right hand side, we got Wei Chong Wei Chinese and American food takeout. We're at the intersection of 52nd Street and Greenway Avenue. We have Petite Playhouse Creative Learning Center on my left. On my left, we have Grace Tabernacle Christian Lifestyle Center, which is possibly a church. We're gonna have this Nissan fly right by me. Yeah, from way back there, they like were flying. And I was doing probably like 17 miles an hour because this is more of like a main street. I can't go too slow. We have Danny Woodland Food Market on my right. We're at Woodland Ave and 52nd Street. We have a Popeye's Chicken on my left. We have a laundromat on my left. A golf gas station on my right. The next block is Saybrook Street, but we're gonna not pass Woodland Avenue for the purpose of this tour because Woodland Avenue happens to be one of the borders. Remember, Woodland Avenue is where the trolley runs, so we're gonna see a lot of trolley and tracks on Woodland Avenue. Passing the 1500 block of Wilton Street. Past several businesses. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn on the 1500 block of Lindenwood. We have Shop and Go convenience store on my right-hand side. Pretty clean looking convenience store on the outside. A lot of branding and marketing tools like banners and stuff, well painted. 2 abandoned houses on my left. Abandoned house on my left again. A boarded house on my right. An empty lot. These are porched homes. A mixture of homes. Different colors. We have some trees. Some of the sidewalks were done with gravel and cement. Some were just done with fresh cement. No littering, $300 fine. We're back on Chester Ave. We can't keep going straight, so we're at Lindenwood and Chester. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. We have the mail carrier across the street, about to deliver mail to the door. I'm gonna make this left turn. I'm gonna approach with caution. All right, we're at 53rd Street. 53rd travels right and travels left. I can travel right or I can travel left. I think I'm gonna travel right, and then we'll come back down and, you know, probably bust a turn where we bring it back down to Woodland. We have A&R Food Market to my left. Florida Tax to my right. Passing the 5300 block of Upland Street. Passing Reynard Street. Spelled Reynard, but I believe the H is possibly silent. We had two young individuals working on their vehicle. A beautiful classic car of a Valiant 200 on my right hand side. We're at 53rd and Kingsessing. We have Kim 2 Groceries on my left. Passing Kingsessing Avenue. 2-story homes on my right. Another boot on my left. I've seen 3 boots in this community. PPA boots, they put them on your vehicle when you don't pay, I believe, 3 tickets or more when they're backed up. We have the Dunbar Community Counseling Center on my right. We're at 53rd and Chester Avenue. Speaking of Chester, I think I said the last block we came out of Lindenwood and Chester. That was Lindenwood and another block. It definitely wasn't Chester, because Chester's up here. I apologize. We got 2-story homes on my right. 3-story homes on my left. I've covered this neighborhood before on my Philadelphia Hoods playlist about 2 years ago. So if you want to check out some old footage of this neighborhood, I mean, it's not that old, about 2-3 years old almost. You can check that out on my Philadelphia Hoods playlist. We're at 53rd and Springfield Ave. This block had 3-story homes in the beginning, and now it's back to 2-story homes. These 2-story homes appear to be well kept for the most part. There's an abandoned home on my left-hand side, or it's boarded up at the least. No, it's chained, so it's abandoned, yeah. The board in the front was chained. They didn't have a doorknob, but they chained where the doorknob area would go. We're at 53rd and Warrington Ave. I'm gonna make this left on Warrington Ave. I'm gonna try to stay like within a 5-block radius of like Warrington down to like Woodland Ave, maybe at most Warrington. We're gonna make this left-hand turn on the 1200 block of Peach Street. Gotta avoid the potholes. 2-story block, porch homes. Second floors have the aluminum siding. Some of them have the original woodwork. First floors have painted bricks. Some of them have aluminum siding. Some have porches. Some do not have porches. Some have sealed porches. They have about 7 steps to go up to their porch. I have an empty lot on my left-hand side. All right, we just exited the 1200 block of Peach Street. On my left-hand side, we have Welcome to 53rd RD Coin Laundromat. 53rd Coin Laundromat. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn, and I'm gonna make this left again on Ruby Street. I could keep going straight and go up to Ruby Street where it goes right, because Ruby Street goes to the right here, and then it goes to the left here. I'm just gonna go left. And I'm trying to get back to Woodland. It's a female taking out her trash. We had some nice little flower pots on my left. They put a cone in the middle of this, well, not in the middle, on the side of the street, because there was a huge pothole. They put it in the pothole, and it literally went like 1.5 feet into the pothole. So that was a bad pothole, ready to become a sinkhole. Flower pots on my left. Some potholes here. I'm gonna swerve around. That was poorly patched with asphalt. All right, We just left another 2-story block. We got these two 3-story homes on my left and on my right. We just exited the 1300 block of Ruby Street. So I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. You can see we got the trolley tracks on the ground. We got another PPA boot on my left-hand side. Another yellow boot on the wheel. We got Fred's Water Ice. We're at 54th Street and Chester Avenue. We got Chester Mini Market on my right. I'm gonna make this left because if we go right again, then we're gonna be missing a great portion of Woodland Avenue. We have several businesses to my right. Shangri-La, a Chinese food spot, a breakfast and lunch spot. We have Chester Ave, Great Value Market on my left-hand side. They offer free delivery if you order from them. We have the 52 bus stop on my left and the 400 bus stop. We have 2 police officers in the parking lot having probably like a conversation. We're passing the 5400 block of Regent Street. We have some trash on my right, some trash bags scattered along. Now we're at 54th and Kingsessing Avenue. We're passing the 5300 block of Reynard Street. Now we're passing the 5300 block of Upland Street on my left. We're at 54th and Greenway Avenue. We're passing Yoakum Street on my left-hand side. And now we're at the intersection of Woodland Avenue and 54th Street. We got RJ Mini Market on my left. We got Royal Cleaners Laundromat on my right. We got the 1800 block of Yeadon Street on my left-hand side. And we got the Taste is Yours breakfast and lunch takeout on my right. Empty lot on my right. A little beer spot on my left. Passing Conestoga Street. I'm gonna make this right on Conestoga. If we go up one more block, we'll be at 55th Street. But Conestoga is calling me out. So I just made this right on Conestoga. This block's right off of Woodland Avenue. Now this block has one-sided parking compared to the other blocks. They had two-sided parking. On my left, we have what would have probably been lawns, but they sealed them up with cement. Some have gravel. This dude on my left has gravel. There's an empty lot on my right. This one over here still has a little dirt where it gives them an option if they want to plant. On my right-hand side, there's a porch with a bunch of candles, teddy bears, and balloons. It's telling me somebody probably passed away there. It's like a little memorial. There's some nice planters right here in this little lawn, 1702. They have some nice flowers, some really bright purple flowers. That person is definitely making an attempt to add a little bit of color to the front of their property. Looks nice. I like the purple flowers, really bright, like violet. All right, so we're gonna be crossing over Kingsessing. I got a car behind me, guys, so please forgive me. I'm doing a whole 15 miles per hour if this appears fast to you. But I have a car behind me, a Pontiac Grand Prix. So I gotta keep it pushing. We just left the 1600 block of Conestoga. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. Vehicle is still behind me. I do apologize. Now we're at 55th and Kingsessing. I keep calling that first block Kingsessing. Now we're passing Kingsessing Food Market on my left. These houses on my left have 2 stories, but they got 2 porches also. First floor porch, second floor porch. We got a demolition truck on my right, a memorial on my right, gone but never forgotten. Rest in peace, Charlie Boo Ross. And they got a picture of his motorcycle and his pit bull and his dog. 5500 block of West Regent Street on my left. Scrap truck on my right, getting that money. We're at 55th and Chester. We got Rose Cleaners on my right. We got Evelyn Graves Christian Daycare Center on my left. Passing the 5400 block of Trinity Plaza. Now we're at 55th Street and Springfield Avenue. We got Wanda's Lounge across the street on my right-hand side. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on Springfield Avenue. And then I'm gonna turn left again on Vaughan Street, the 1400 block of South Vaughan Street. I can travel a little bit slower here. I'm doing 2 miles an hour. Careful, speed limit is 25. You know how fast is 25 on this block? Let me show you visibly how fast 25 is. 25 is a little bit faster than this. Look at them cats. I would have ran over those cats if I would have kept going any faster. That was 20. I just hit 20 miles per hour. That's what you guys just witnessed. The speed limit is 25. So that means you can technically go 5 miles per hour faster. I don't normally drive that fast, so I like to drive cautiously. On my left, we got a trolley that's beeping loud. The 13 trolley is beeping loud. I guess it wants the car to get out the way. It's in the middle of the street blocking the trolley tracks. We have several businesses on my left, several businesses on my right. I'm gonna make this right on the 1400 block of Allison Street. We were just on Chester Ave. On my left, we have three empty lots, and then we got a house, and then we got another empty lot, and then on my right, we got 2 empty lots. Now those empty lots, if you have some money and you want to invest, you can invest in this neighborhood. You want to buy a lot or 2, you can purchase the lot if they're still available, or if the owner wants to sell. I'm sorry, I had a hiccup. On my left, it looks like we got another 2 empty lots. We just exited the 1400 block of Allison Street. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn with caution. Across the street, we got some pretty nice looking homes. 2-story little homes. They have the original brick pointing. They have some awnings, shingles up top. We're at Springfield Avenue. We're gonna make this left-hand turn on 56th Street. We're at the intersection of 56 and Springfield Avenue. In front of us, the Chevy Malibu has a license plate trim. This is 1908. Alpha Kappa Alpha. I believe that represents fraternity. If you know what it represents, let me know. On my right hand side, we got some 2-story homes with 1st floor and 2nd floor porches. Check it out. And on my left hand side, they only got the 1st floor porches. Yeah, the ones on my right, they have an opportunity to even sit on the 2nd floor on a summer night. On the left, you only get the 1st floor porch. On my right, we got Mango and August Real Estate. On my left, we got Auto Tags and Insurance, PennDOT authorized spot. We're at 56th Street and Chester Avenue. We have a beautiful mural on my left-hand side. I'm gonna let this gentleman cross the street. I hear beeping again. They're beeping, the trolley's beeping relentlessly. On my right, we have a very, very large church. We're passing W&W Contractors, passing 5500 block of Regent Street. We got Independence Charter School, Parochial School of the Most Blessed and Sacrament. Abandoned house on my left with a bunch of graffiti. We're passing 56 and Kingsessing Avenue. Now we're on Kingsessing Avenue. So Kingsessing Avenue is 2 blocks short of Woodland. On my left-hand side, we got a school. Feel free to name this school. It was made in 1915. sorry, I got traffic behind me, guys. I got about 3 vehicles, so I got to travel. I'm doing 20 miles per hour. So I have to travel this fast. I have 500 block of Upland on my left. We have Kim's Food Market, Steaks and Hoagies on my left. We're at Greenway Avenue, 56th Street and Greenway. I'm going to allow this female to cross the street because pedestrians come first. All right, we're going to cross over Greenway Avenue. So Greenway Avenue is 1 block off of Woodland Ave. We had a Chinese restaurant on my right-hand side. We're passing the 5500 block of West Yoakum. Now we're back at Woodland Avenue. We have the Christian Union Church on my left. We have Woodland Supermarket Inc. on my left. On my right, we have Brightside Early Education Daycare Center. They do daycare, summer camp, before and after school care. I'm gonna make this right on Woodland Avenue. We have a WB Mason vehicle on my left-hand side. Trash disposal unit on my left-hand side. We're gonna make this right on the 2100 block of Fraser Street. A lot of gravel on the left and on the right-hand side of this block. If you ride motorcycles, you know on the permit they tell you where does gravel build the most at on a road, and that's on the left and the right-hand side of the street. This is a 2-story block. Some lawns. I see some grassy little terrace. I guess you can say like a terrace, a lawn. I mean, it's not like a real lawn. It's like 3 feet like long by like probably the width of the house is just probably 12 feet wide. We had an empty lot on my right-hand side. This person on the corner on my right put gates all the way around their property. Same thing in front of us. Look in front of us. Those 2 properties on my left and on my right in front of us have chain link fence. All right, we just exited the 2100 block of Fraser Street. I'm gonna cautiously approach this block. All right. We can't go up this block on my right because it comes down. The United States Postal lady right there actually just came out of U-Haul truck. So I guess they were short vehicles. We're on 57th and Greenway Ave. I guess they were short vehicles and she had to use a U-Haul. Wow, incredible. I've been seeing, we have another Alpha Kappa Alpha on my right. Got a U-Haul on my left. Residential neighborhood. These streets are a lot better, a lot smoother. Vehicle behind me, I'm sorry guys. We got a Super Sport Chevy Monte Carlo on my left. I'm loving it. Nice Monte Carlo, beautiful. Yeah, it was well kept. Needs a paint job, but it's not that big of a deal. We're at 57th and Kingsessing Avenue. We have the 5700 block to my left, 5600 block to my right. We're crossing over Kingsessing. We have Heart Nails on my left, grand opening. Traffic behind me. We're doing 19 miles per hour right now. It's probably like a 25 mile per hour speed limit. A mini market on my left. We're at 57th and Chester Avenue. We have a child care center on my right. Little learn today, lead tomorrow, enroll now. It's Child Care Academy. Amazing Minds across the street, which is another child care academy. We have Tres or Tres Trade. What's it say behind the pole? That's a barbershop. Let me see if I can move up a little bit because I think by it being Tres, I mean, it could be like a Spanish barbershop, I guess, unless it's just some Americans who just wanted to use that for stylization purposes. Trademarks. Marks, M-A-R-K, and with an X. Tres trademarks. Tres trademarks. Tres means 3, so 3 trademarks. We got vehicles behind us, guys. I'm sorry I can't drive slower. And the streets are kind of messed up anyway, so. We got these Massachusetts tags next to us. We're at Springfield Ave, another child care learning space on my right with a child care van. They must have pickup services. See? Children's Space Learning right there. That purple van is nice. It's well done. That's a nice looking van. It's an older van, but it's nice that, you know, they wrapped it and everything with the brand brand logo. Yo, check that out. That Chrysler 300 was crashed. I'm gonna make this left on the 1800 block of Alden Street. Go ahead, sir. You all right? He was pushing a trash can with a baby stroller. I was gonna allow him to go first because, you know, pedestrians have the right of way. So I was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But you see how he flagged me, so. Now we can travel at 1 mile per hour because there's not many vehicles behind us, so we're all right. We just exited the 1800 block of Alden Street. On my right, we have Mrs. C's Barbershop. Walk-ins are welcome. Looks like we have another child care learning center with Dora the Explorer, Diego, and Dora's little homie. I don't know what his name is, but he looked just like Dora, just with short hair. Yeah, it's painted right here on my left. I'm approaching the street with caution, just to be safe. We have the Lighthouse Apostolic Church on my right. That word always gets me. That one, and evangelistic or evangelist. Apostolic, evangelist. Apostolic. Apostolic and evangelist. Yeah, whatever. Their church. I'm just gonna say we got a church. We got a church. We got a church on my right. We got a church on my left. Junk cars up to $300. You can call that number. They post them in like different neighborhoods so they can get business. Usually it's junkyards that do that because they can sell the parts from the car and then junk like the important stuff like the catalytic and, you know, the chassis, the frame, and all that stuff. You know, metal's worth money. So we're crossing over to the 2000 block of Alden Street. Little garage on my right hand side. Check it out, a little tiny garage with 2 garage doors. On my left, we had a little beat up garage. We have a box spring in the street. I guess it's trash in this neighborhood. No, I don't see nobody else with trash out. Yeah, I do see a couple bags of trash, but not enough for it to signify trash day. I even see some overturned recycling bins, which tells me that trash day probably passed, but they left the box spring outside. Sometimes trash trucks won't take them. Yeah. They won't take them. You would have to like be out there or, you know, help them, something like that. Had some what's that, scaffolds on my left hand side. They were doing some work inside that building. All right, on my right hand side, looks like they're doing some street work because I see some giant cinder blocks that probably go underground to the plumbing. We're on Greenway Ave. Now on my right, that house, that 2-story home on the corner of Alden Street, you see it's like a 2x6 or something, some wood, some fresh wood leaning up against the house, cut specifically to hold up the house. It's making an A. It's making a brace. That means potentially that house has some structural issues. It might have been leaning forward. And look at, you see, on my right, they made their own brace to hold it up. So there's some bricks outside on the side of it. So they might be doing some work to like try to bring it back to life. A gentleman on my left is pit bull, and he's sweeping, so that's cool. His pit bull came straight to the vehicle, about to start barking. Like, not straight to the vehicle, but it pointed straight through the porch to start barking. Abandoned house on my right. Another house on my right that's boarded up, which could potentially be abandoned. There was 2 lots next to both those houses. I should come here and Google some information on them to see who's the owners and what's the asking price. 2-story homes. Buy, what's it say? It doesn't say buy, it says buns on the run. Ha! I said buy. It said buns on the run. So that pickup truck, I guess, uses this little, it might not be that pickup truck, it might be the pickup truck because it's not even attached. Somebody else might come and operate it. But that little cart, I guess they sell hot dogs or things that utilize buns, because, you know, hamburgers use buns, right? Hamburger buns. But yeah, that's a little cart, food cart. 7 Boys Cafe, eat good, live loud. Right here on 5717 Woodland Avenue. In front of us, we got the U-Haul Center, which consists of moving supplies, U-Haul trucks, box trucks, dollies, things of that nature. They even have bike racks. Believe it or not, guys, if you guys need to move a bicycle, they will rent you a Yakima bike rack and or a Thor bike rack. I'm allowing traffic to go by because everybody's out On my left-hand side, we got 57th Street. In front of us, we got Woodland Ave. Behind us, we don't have any traffic yet, so I'm good to go. All right, here we go. Now I got a clean getaway. We're back on Woodland Avenue. In front of us, we got Cecil Street to my right. We got a Citadel gas station to my left, a Save-A-Lot to my left, and we got 58th Street in the next block. I'm gonna make this right on the 2100 block of Cecil Street. On my right, we got Multicultural Learning Center, Child Care Center. Again, meals approved, field trips, 24-hour child care. Wow, 24 hours. How do you guys feel about leaving your child with somebody for 24 hours, like a stranger? Or like a child care center. Let's not just say a stranger, let's say a child care center. Maserati on my right for all you Maserati lovers. On my left, we got several dozen lots that are fenced in. Some aren't even fenced in. It's quite interesting. Some of them look like private driveways for the houses on the next block. But they all have chain link fence. We're now approaching the 2000 block of Cecil Street. We just exited the 2100 block of Cecil Street. We got Jordy Grocery on my left. I'm gonna cross over here. We're on Greenway Avenue. I wanna approach with caution. We have several individuals entering the corner store. Corner stores is where you know you get your quick needs, groceries, chips, sodas, cakes, candy, vegetables, produce, milks, juices. If you're into cigarettes, things of that nature, your tobacco products, dog food, candies, all types of stuff. There's plenty of parking right here on my right hand side. What's this little vehicle on my left? Is this a scooter? I think this is one of those closed scooters. Yeah, it looks like a little smart car, but it's not. Wow, is this a scooter? Is this a child? It got a gas tank in the back. That's a scooter. It has to be a scooter. It got a steering wheel. Yo, it got one seat. Yo, that joint kind of tough. That joint just make me want one just to want one. Wonder how fast it go. Yo, that joint was kind of sleek. That joint was skinny. Skinny. It was like 3 feet wide. Probably less, probably 2.5 feet. Yo, we buy houses, offer cash in any condition. There's the sign right there. Right now, I believe we're on Kingsessing Avenue. We just left the 2000 block of Cecil Street. We're entering the 1900 block of Cecil Street. I'm going to cross over Kingsessing Avenue with caution. Cornerstone Christian Academy on my left. Now I'm rolling K through 8th. Little garage on my right-hand side. The awnings in this house look all like they fell apart. I don't know if it was a really windy day, but it messed up those awnings. It was just like rags hanging in front of the property. Again, we buy houses, any condition, cash offers in 48 hours. So, yeah. If you're ready to sell, you would contact one of those numbers and they'll make you an offer. It's not gonna be probably, what your house is valued at. They're gonna try to lowball you. And it's up to you to make a counter offer and try to work them up, and they work you down, and you guys battle it out to try to receive a fair offer. But there's plenty of investors that are looking to buy property. Alright, we just exited the 1900 block of South Cecil Street. We're gonna enter the 1800 block of Cecil Street. I'm gonna cross over. I'm gonna cross with caution. I believe this is Chester. Yeah, Chester Avenue. It says, caution, grass has been treated. Keep dogs off of it. Whoa, another horn. Yo, we done heard those trolley horns. Those trolley horns sound loud. They don't sound like average horn. They sound loud. I guess because it's a trolley, you know what I mean? It's almost like a train horn almost, but not really a train horn. This little flower pot on my left has some like cacti growing out of it. Yeah, it got thorns and stuff. This little flower pot on my left, that got thorns. Like cacti and stuff, whatever that is. I don't know. You see these little flower pots on my left? Those are made out of tires. You see them? That's the way that the hood, I don't know who started it, but I know we I've seen that since I was growing up as a kid. And I know a lot of old ladies tend to do it too and work on them as projects, and like nonprofits and local, you know, churches and stuff tend to, you know, take the tires, they'll cut them, they'll flip them inside out, they'll paint them real nice colors, and then they'll put dirt in them and turn them into flower pots. You know how some blocks we see tons and tons of used tires just thrown out? We're on Springfield Ave, Cecil and Springfield Ave, so I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. Yeah, so you know how some neighborhoods we go to, you see tons of tires? Well, that's their solution for now, you know, since they don't buy tires back. And we got Win BB on my left, tax preparation. We're gonna make this left on 58th and Springfield Avenue. To my knowledge, we have 58th Street Food Market on my left. Global Revival Mission on my right, proclaiming the good news of the kingdom. We got Trinity Street on my right. We got Rahaje's place, fine dining. It had tons of graffiti on it. I don't know how much fine dining's happening there. Yawn East on my right, Raindrops on my right, China House on my right, Kima Hot Coated Sandwiches on my right, or Kim A, I say Kima. Reese's Pharmacy on my left. We got Saj and Light Church to my left. We're at 58th and Chester. Now, like I was gonna say, to my knowledge, tires are hard to recycle because they have several dozen materials in them. Probably not several dozen, but maybe like 2-3 dozen of materials, a couple rubbers, several metals. Yeah, I've watched How It's Made segment on tires, and it takes a lot to make a tire. We're passing Francis J. Myers Rec Center on my right. Now we're passing Kingsessing Avenue. We got the G bus on my left. Bus stop. We're driving on the trolley tracks. See, you look up, you see the wires still. We got the Presbyterian home on my right. We're now approaching, it says on red, stop here, right? And that guy stopped all over there, but there's a line right here that says stop here. We are at Greenway and 58th Street, Greenway Avenue. We got the G bus on my right and the 400 series on my right. The G bus on my left and the 400 series. There's a gentleman over there sweeping up trash into a little, one of those pooper scooper thingies. It's probably not a pooper scooper, but like, yeah. Philadelphia Auto Repair on my right. They fix transmissions and stuff. What are those handheld, I can't think of it. I caught a brain fart. What are those handheld scooper things? You know what I'm talking about. It's like just like a broom, but it got a little box on the bottom where you can sweep the dust in. I can't think of it right this second. See? 58th and Woodland Avenue. Now this block right here in Woodland, remember I said Woodland's mangled? Look at the street. There's potholes. It's crazy. Save a Lot on my left. T-Mobile on my left. Number One Beauty Supply on my left. Yeah, this block is done. Like, look at the ground. Like, and I don't think they're gonna plan on fixing that anytime soon, because this is a main trolley road. We got Yoakum Driveway on my right. That takes you to Yoakum Street. Tony's Auto Repair on my right. BTH Auto Repair on my right. L Laundromat on my left. Family Dollar on my left. Celestial Church of Christ on my right. Metro T-Mobile on my left. Value Beer and Soda Distributor on my right. Texas Chicken and Burgers on my left. Lulu Cafe Lunch Truck on my right. Alright, we're approaching 60th Street. Lukey Molly, we're open on my right. McDonald's on my right. I'm gonna make this right on 60th Street. No turn on reds sign here, so we cool. The little CRV was rocking the whole shebang. They had the JDM visors, the JDM front end, the JDM mirrors, the JDM reverse mirror passing Yoakum Street. They had a whole lot of Japanese domestic market parts on that CRV, first generation CRV. Alright, we're at 60th and Greenway Avenue, 6,000 block to my left, 59,000 block to my right. We got a police officer station right here at the corner. We got Upland Beer and Deli on my left hand side. We're passing Upland Street, the 6,000 block of Upland. Passing Raynard Street. We got Great Wall Chinese and American food on my left. We're at 60th Street Mini Market Inc. on my right hand side. We approached Kingsessing Avenue on my left. We got Neroli Beauty Salon at 60th and Kingsessing Avenue. There's a church across the street. It is called First Genesis Baptist Church. All are welcome. It looks like in front of us, the trolley turns from 60th Street to Kingsessing Ave. You see it? You see the ground? You see up? See how the wiring goes? The tracks turn and the wires up top turn. No stopping, trolley turning zone. Yeah, it turns. There's a sign over there. Passing 6,000 block of Almond Street, we got a Chinese store. It was All Man, not Almond. All Man, like A-L-L-M-A-N. Passing Regent Street, we got 60th Street Pizza and Beer Distributor. We're passing 60th and Chester. We'll stop at the stop sign. We got 38 Corporation corner store on my left. We got Auntie's Pets Kitchen on my left. Passing Trinity Street. Got a BMW on my tail. Passing the 5900 block of Trinity Street again. Trinity broke up into 2 streets. Passing 5 Star Supermarket on my left. Passing Springfield Coin Laundry on my left. 2 Plus, 1 Plus auto tags on my left. We're at 60th and Spring Garden Avenue. This is the BMW that pulled up on my right. I think they're pressed on time. All right, so I see a problem here. I see that Springfield Ave is gonna cut all the way around, and it's like a L turn, and we were cutting off of Springfield. So I'm gonna turn here on Springfield. I'm gonna come all the way around. I'm gonna come back down the street so we can follow Woodland Ave back up, because I want to take Woodland to like 69th, if we can make it in time. Make this left-hand turn here. This is Springfield Ave. You see? See how it cuts off like in an angle? Like not an angle, but like an L almost. We have a memorial on my left hand side, son. Somebody who I guess passed away there said son. Wow, Mount Moriah. So Mount Moriah is on my left. Mount Moriah is also its own neighborhood. So I'm gonna make this right hand turn. There's a sign, we buy diabetic test strips, fast for cash. Then there's another sign on top of it, we buy houses. So they're trying to buy everything. They'll buy everything from you. I'm gonna make this right hand turn. And then I'm gonna make this right hand turn again, because I'm gonna go back to Woodland. We got DaVita Dialysis on my right hand side. I'm gonna turn up 60th Street. We're at 60th and Warrington Avenue. Some sofas over there, some bumpers, some car parts over there just dumped on the corner. Passing the 5900 block of Windsor. 5900 block of Windsor. Passing Jean and Sons on my left. Passing the 5900 block of Belmar. We're at 60th and Springfield Avenue. We got Hotspot Mobile on my right, Keys Made, Fax, Bill Payment Center. And then we got a numbers spot, Lottery, Pennsylvania Lottery. On my right hand side, on the corner, we got 2 Plus, 1 Plus tags. That's that notary and tag spot that we passed earlier. They do insurance and all that stuff, Western Union, etc., etc. Now we're basically traveling down the opposite end of 60th Street. Remember, we were on that side coming up. Now we're traveling down or traveling up. Depends on how you look at it. Sometimes I phrase it up and sometimes I phrase it down. Usually when I go through a block the first time, I would say I'm going up this block. But if I'm coming back down the block again, I'll say I'm going down the block. We're passing Regent Street. Oh, I see a Chance tag. I know Chance. There's a graffiti artist in Philly. He writes Chance. We're passing Allman Street again. Yeah, Chance. I don't know if he was before Chance the Rapper or what. Probably Chance the Rapper been for a while, but I don't think Chance from Philly writes Chance because of the rapper. He might have another meaning to it. You know, maybe he was given another chance in life, or I don't know. But I actually met him. He bought one of my DVDs many years ago. Narrated Beauty Salon on my right. 60th Street Mini Market on my left. Great Wall Chinese and American Takeout on my right. Passing Raynard Street, 6000 block. That's Upland Street, Upland Beer and Deli on my right. Now, as you notice, we've only been traveling up and down. We can also go left and right. And due to the time constraints, I don't think we're gonna have enough time because, you know, the Kingsessing neighborhood is actually a pretty big neighborhood. There's a lot of little blocks that we missed, but like I said, we'll try to cover as much as we can within the hour. If not, in the future, you know, we can always, you know, come back in this neighborhood again in the spring and summer. Check out this CRV on my left. We got all the little JDM accents. Look at it. See it? All the little JDM accessories. It even got the CRV lower. What are those? They ain't not foot bars. Man, my brain isn't cooperating with me today. We're at 60th Street, 60th and Woodland Ave. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn here. But I know those aren't foot bars because you can't step on them. They're not there. They're mainly for protection. Like if you do rock climbing, if you do off-roading, or you know, it protects your undercarriage, like your rocker panel. It protects that. But there's a term for it. Dang it! I should know that stuff. Alright, there's several dozen restaurants on my right. We got Woodland Village Plaza on my left with several dozen businesses. I'm gonna make this right on 61st Street. We got Community School on my left. Royal Lounge Restaurant on my left. Passing the 6100 block of Yoakum Street. '61st and Greenway Avenue. Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministries on my left. Looks to be a church. Passing the 6100 block of Upland Street. We got a crazy road work right here. Like somebody just flew by me. They said we ain't going through that road work. But if somebody's coming in front of us like they are now, we have no choice but to go through this little road work. So yeah, that sucks. 6100 block of Raynard Street to my left, 6000 to my right. We got Fellowship of Intercessors on my right. It's a church. We're at Kingsessing Ave. There's a cemetery on my left-hand side. You got Seafood Sensation on my right, on the corner. That blue building is Seafood Sensation, and they got another Chance tag on it. I see a Sazo tag. We'll make this left-hand turn on Kingsessing Avenue. Ticket on my left, ticket on my left. Yo, why they gave those people tickets? This looks like a residential area. Oops. On red, stop here. All right, I'll stop here. Mount Moriah Cemetery on my right-hand side. Yeah, I've been to Mount Moriah. They at one point had like a facade of an existing building that was still standing up. The front face of the existing building, it came up as like the abandoned on the Urbex websites, you know, place to explore as an abandoned cemetery. But I came here and it didn't seem much of a place to explore. I'll make this left-hand turn on. Oh, it's actually a waste. Well, let's go through it. 62nd Street. because it's a do not enter right in front of us, so we're gonna make a left on Raynard Street. But yeah, I had went through there just to see if it was worth exploring, and yeah, and I think they knocked down that little facade, that front facing thing, like 7-8 years ago. I came to try to explore it when I was like looking for places to explore. I don't really explore those buildings anymore because many of them closed down, many of them become rehabilitated, they renovate them, and they're off limits. The other day I accidentally ran into I always knew that the police district was there. I've been driving by it since I went to high school. Like that was 15, 16, 17 years ago when I used to drive by it and when I was going to high school. But it was always closed, and I ain't ever think of it being like open. And I stumbled upon it the other day, passing Upland Street. And by the time you guys are watching this, you haven't watched the 360 tour of it yet, but it airs this Saturday. So make sure you turn on the notification bell so you can get notified. We're passing Greenway Avenue, 61st and Greenway. Turn on your notification bell, set to all notifications, so this Saturday you can watch the North Philly, walk-through hood tour 4K, passing Yoakum Street. And in that tour, I stumble upon this police district, and I go into the inside of it, and I show you guys what it looks like in 360. So you can look all around me. We look at this, like the holding cells, probably rooms where they, process, the suspects at and all that. On my left-hand side, we got Dunkin' Donuts. We got several businesses on my right. Metro PCS, Sky Nails, Wireless, We Fix Phones, Sunny Hair Salon, K, Wicklean Cleaners, Amigo, African Food Market. On my left, we got several businesses. Plaza, Dollar General, Four Seasons Market, Smiles on my right, Joy Use on my right. We also got flags. If you look at the poles, there's a flag for Chad on my left and a flag for Congo on my right. There's a few other flags that we probably, we missed some flags behind us. A few other flags. I still can't believe I can't remember the name of them bars that go below the vehicle. And I've said them a bajillion times. And of course, right now, out of all times in the whole wide world, I would catch a blank memory on something that I speak of often. I mean, I don't desire the bars, but I do know the terminology. And they're talked about often. Jesus. Can't think about it. Jesus Louises. Passing a Check Cash, Jackson Hewitt, Perfect Choice, Game Zone, Nail World, Boost Mobile, Jam Rock, Jamaican Restaurant. On my left, we got Cameron Seafood. We're at 62nd and Woodland Avenue. We got Total Wireless on the corner, Cold Beer on my right. We got Côte de Louvre. I guess that's a Caribbean flag on my right, and then we got the DRC on my left. To my knowledge, those flags might also correspond with residents of this community. Woodland Beauty Supply on my right. We're passing Cemetery Ave. We can't go because it's a do not enter. We got Lounge 62 on my left. We got several businesses, guys. Felton Street on my left. I can't drive slower because I got traffic behind me and a trolley, and we know how they beep. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. There's plenty of other flags too that we that we passed. Gavin flag, the Everett Tree. It's a name that I can't pronounce, but I think they're like from the islands, maybe. A lot of nice flags though. Word of Life International Community Mission Center on my right. Tint is window tinting. Nerf bars. There you go. That's the term. I'm glad I remembered it before the dang tour was over. Cemetery Ave on my right. on my left. We're gonna make this left on Greenway Ave because I don't want to go on the angle block. I'm probably gonna hit Woodland Ave again. I'm just gonna make another quick left. But the term is Nerf bars. That car several blocks ago, 15 minutes ago, I was trying to think about the term of the bars that goes under the vehicle. They're called Nerf bars. Don't ask me why they named them Nerf bars, but they have Nerf bars for the left and the right hand side. They sell used roughly around $200, $250 a piece, and you can get them shipped. You might get lucky and get a $60 pair if you know someone that knows someone, or a $100 pair if you know someone that knows someone. But since they're, they get rarer by the year, and they're a Honda OEM accessory, a lot of enthusiasts want them for their V, for their first generation V. And they also got front and back Nerf bars, kind of like a lip kit, but it's like for off-roading. But nowadays, people, when they lower their vehicles, they tend to use them as stylization for like an accent. It accents the car. It's like a rare part. People, when they buy these cars brand new from the dealer, they don't think about how rare some of those factory options are going to be. Do you want this factory option, sir? Do you want that factory option? And they trying to charge up your tab, and you think of it as silly, like, no, I don't think I need all that extra stuff, buddy. But fast forward 20 years later, if you save that car in a time capsule and you have all of those factory options, your vehicle will have a lot more rarer parts, because those rare parts become obsolete. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, they're common because obviously it's a brand new car and they have a overabundance of those parts. But after 30, 40, 50 years, a lot of those little knickknacks and parts become super rare and highly sought after. They become expensive, Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our 1 hour mark. We ran over a little bit, by a minute or so, but we try to cover as much as we could. We did not cover all of the Kingsessing neighborhood. I repeat, we did not cover it all in its entirety, but in the future we'll try to cover it again and do as much as we can. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your retention. Thank you for your support. Please hit that thumbs up button. A simple donation of a thumbs up. It only takes 1 to 2 seconds of your time just to click that thumbs up. Please donate a thumbs up. Donate a comment in the comment section. You can comment. Every comment goes a long way. Lastly, if you want to go the extra mile, share this video on a social network or with a friend or family member. You can share the link. Simply click share, copy and paste the link, and boom, you've done supported this channel with just a few seconds of your time. With that being said, this is your boy Tune, and I'm tuning out.